Welcome back to another lesson from Miss Adoma's Science Classroom. The aim for this lesson: how do we describe the orbit of planets in our solar system? Before we get started, let's go over the learning goals for this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the different models of the universe, identify which model is the accepted model, and finally, describe the shape of the planet's orbits. If we were to think about the Earth's orbit, this blue ball would represent the Earth, I would represent the Sun, this yellow string would represent gravity. Today, we know that the planets orbit around the Sun, along with the other objects in our solar system, due to observations made by scientists over many centuries. Let's go back to the 2nd century. On the right is a portrait of Claudius Ptolemy. Ptolemy proposed the geocentric model. The geocentric model states that the Earth is the center of the universe and objects orbit or revolve around the Earth. For some time, this was the accepted model of our universe. Why would people think this? Well, back in the 2nd century, we didn't have telescopes, we didn't have satellites, we used our eyes to make observations. If you stand around, look outside throughout the day, we watch our sun rise, change position throughout the sky. The sun sets, we watch our moon rise, change position throughout the sky, watch the moon set. It seems as if everything around us is moving and the Earth is stationary. In Ptolemy's geocentric model, the Earth was not moving and is located at the center, followed by the Moon, the Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Long before Ptolemy, there lived a Greek mathematician and astronomer by the name of Aristarchus. Aristarchus was the first to acknowledge that the planets revolved around the Sun. He used a little method in math class known as the Pythagorean theory to measure distances and sizes of the Sun. Based on his calculations and observations, he realized that the Sun was at the center of our solar system. Later on in the 16th century, Nicholas Copernicus also used mathematical calculations along with his observations to develop a model to explain how the planets and other objects orbited around the Sun. This model was called the heliocentric model. If you think about the word helio, represents for sun, centric, centered. So the heliocentric model states that objects in the solar system orbit or revolve around the Sun. Later on, Copernicus' work was supported by those of Galileo Galilei after he invented the spyglass, or what we think of as the telescope, in the early 1600s. Around this time, Johann Kepler, a German mathematician, used his observations and calculations to prove that objects, including comets, asteroids, and meteoroids, have an elliptical orbit. Elliptical means oval-shaped. He also observed that some planets have elliptical orbits that are very flat or close to a circle. Alright, my students, you know what time it is. Show me what you've learned. Write at least 3 questions for this lesson's notes. And at the bottom, write a 2 to 3 sentence summary of this lesson. See you in class. Bye-bye.